Please, Sonia, teach me how to fight with swords. Whoa, swords? Is something wrong, Primula? You're not going to kill Rappel, are you? Yeah, are you okay? I don't know what happened, but it's dangerous for a girl to practice swordplay. I don't count as a girl, Yuma? No, that's not what I mean. Never mind that. Why do you want to learn to fight all of a sudden, Primula? To keep the peace, like you guys. Duh. Primula. Thanks, Primula, but the sentiment's enough. No, it's not enough. Why not? If a disturber of the peace attacked the Seagull Inn while you guys were away, who'd defend it? Huh? Hi, it's me. Nobody better for the job. An attack on the Seagull Inn? I mean, I'd sooner go after a castle if I were an enemy in the city. No, Yuma, she's right. They might try to steal supplies. Maybe take hostages. Huh, Sonia, what are you saying? You never know for certain how the enemy will attack. The Seagull Inn is exposed compared to the castle. Primula has a point. And above all, we shouldn't dismiss Primula if she wants to start training to help us. Thank you, Sonia. I'll endure whatever training you have in mind. Of course, with me training you, you'll be one of the best peacekeepers in Astoria. Yeah, for peace. I think I lost whatever window I had to argue against this plan. I'll go get the training swords. Alright, now I'll be able to show him who's boss. Eh? Him? You already know someone disturbing the peace? Of course, my mortal enemy, the greatest disturber of the peace of all. The foul and evil alchemist Rappel. Uh-oh. Primula, I'm all set up. Come on outside and we'll get started. Be right there. See ya, Yuma. I'll be sure to tell you about how I beat Rappel's face in. I knew it. Primula! If she's seriously getting training from Sonia of all warriors. Yikes, rest in peace, Rappel. And Yuma goes on a rampage and destroys the city. The end. Your music is always so nice, Axella. It's a little different than a regular instrument, but it almost seems like it's singing with you. I'm pleased you think so. It has been my partner for many years, after all. Oh, that's right. Harmonics choose their masters, don't they? Yes, that's right. How did you and your gravinet come together? How, you ask? It was a long time ago. I was still a child at the time. Sometimes I would go to the church. The church? Yes, I would ask if there was anything I could do to help my father or my people. A sense of helplessness ate at me, even then. I prayed for the strength to protect what was important to me, and on one of these occasions it seems my prayers were answered. I heard a voice call out to me, even though it was too early for anyone to be around. As I moved closer, I felt a strange nostalgia overtake me, but melancholy too. I felt as though I might cry at any moment. I see, Gravinet was reaching out to you. It was trying its hardest to call out to you. Calling me, perhaps I was the one calling it. You were? Yes, I always wanted a partner to fight at my side. Indeed, perhaps Gravinet was more like a boon companion than a simple tool. Whenever I played it, I always felt so at peace. The irritation, the sadness, the loneliness. I felt like it relieved everything. If it was the one who answered my call, then I cannot make it enough for doing so. I see, that's why it sounds so nice. You both need each other. I've only ever heard his music when you're playing it, but I think I understand a little what you meant when you said it felt nostalgic. You do? Yeah, I don't know how to say this, but it's very uplifting, like it's telling me I have somewhere to come home to. Something in the music just gives me this feeling of being home, I guess. It makes me feel so peaceful. I see, and I shall play Gravinet as much as you can care to hear us. I guess I know who to go to whenever I want to feel like I'm home again. Indeed. One more thing I owe Gravinet thanks for, I suppose. I must be grateful to it for helping you. There can be no greater joy for me than to be a sound that guides you back home. The fighting will only get worse from here on out, but if your spirit ever needs healing, and if I may help it, come to me. Sure, thanks, Axella.
Hey.
Yuma, excellent timing. Could I get your help with something? Did something happen? You're in an awful hurry. Nothing happened, boy. It's what's happening now. I've been rushing between the storehouse and the keep all day, ferrying things addressed to the king. Addressed to my father? Where are they? I suppose if Her Highness is here, it is best Her Highness deliver these to him. Alright, help me carry some of this stuff and I'll explain what's going on. Okay. How are you feeling, father? Well enough to run things around here again. I'm sorry for making you worry, Sonia. As well you should be. I was beside myself. I said I'm sorry. I didn't exactly plan on a repeat performance. Father, you worried us all, you realize that? It wasn't just me. Haha, it's me. Sorry if I'm intruding. Burroughs and Yuma, what's all this? Your Majesty, if I might present, these are offerings from the people of Marga. What, my people? Yes, I sent flowers, medicine, food, letters. Burroughs said the storehouse is full to bursting. It's not just from the city either. People from villages and townships all over have been sending stuff in. Father, these kindly people, please don't frighten them like this again. My people were this worried about their king, were they? I suppose you were right, Sonia. I still have a lot to learn as king, if this is striking me as a surprise. Oh, my dear people. I'll repay these gifts with the peace to come, I promise. And you can count on me to help bring that peace. I'm your sword, after all. Sonia Blanche, Astoria Knight and Dragonair. And I'll be helping too, Majesty. Waha, Dragonair and the Shining Dragon's own vessel, eh? Can't think of anyone better for the job, certainly. Oh, and I'm in too. Goes without saying, wherever you take this country, old friend, I'll be there to guard it with my life. A good friend indeed, and a good daughter and good subjects. Everyone, thank you. Until we can seize peace for ourselves once and for all, thank you for lending me your strength. Okay, try this one next. I'm positive it's a superior choice. Go on, give it a taste. Munch. Yes, it's good. I don't care if it's good. Is it spicy or salty? Isn't there anything else? I don't know what I can tell you. It's good. That's all I can say. Arg, that's it. I give up. What's wrong, Agnum? Wait, what's this tower of dishes? Oh, Yuma, perfect timing. Will you please show Marion how a regular human being tastes food? Taste food? What are you talking about? I'll explain later. First, try this. This looks like stir-fried chicken. Okay, here goes. Cough, cough. That's it, Yuma. That's the type of reaction I was hoping to see. Well, how was it? It's so spicy. My tongue feels like it's on fire, but it tastes really good. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? That's the right sentiment to have. Got that, Marion? Yeah, no matter what I made Yuma, she would always say it's good. Didn't matter if it was super spicy, super sweet, or super bitter. The only thing she would say is, it's good. Nothing else. But it really is good. I don't know what else to say. I know it's good. That goes without saying. I'm the one who made it, after all. What else? Is there a flavor flower blowing in your mouth? Or your taste buds in heaven? There are so many expressions you can use. I've never heard of either of those expressions. I did feel spiciness. That stems from a combination of red and black pepper, with just a hint of cumin. Oh? As is, that would be too hot, so you use the sweetness of fried mashed onions to reduce the spiciness to a tolerable level. Lastly, the addition of a kumquat peel brings all the flavors together, converting spiciness into something delectable. Was that the impression you were looking for? Hey Agnum, everything Marion just said. I'm in shock. She even identified the hidden ingredient, even though I only added a tiny sliver of it. What's wrong, you two? Did I say something strange? Technically, yeah, you did. But I guess that's just a special talent of yours. Yeah, I think that's just the way you are, Marion. Really? Okay then. Thanks for the food, Agnum. It was really good. Oh, glad to hear that. Thanks. Gourmet machine.
Sup?
Whoa, Yuma!
Oh, Yuma, do you know where Fromage went? I wanted to ask him to run an errand for me, but I can't find him. What to do? Do you want me to go? Hearts. Then I'll ask you, can you get the flower growing on top of that tree? I'm joking, I'm not in a hurry, so I'll ask Fromage later. I appreciate your kindness, though. Here's a present for my good little boy. Cannot hold any more elixir.
State your business.
Yuma, answer me this. Let's say the city were under attack right now. What would you defend? Seagull Inn. Sonia kind of gave us a hint there with that extra dialogue. I see, so you would protect the people, the closest area with the most people. It would be easy to defend if you fortify the entrance. Not a bad answer, but it's important to consider different scenarios. Never let your guard down and always remain vigilant. Take this, Yuma. Use it however you see fit. Mana blessing. No problems here. Do you see anything suspicious around town, Yuma? Lesson told me that a person who has to enter a battle should never let their guard down, even when it's peaceful. I don't think this is what he meant. Hurts. Oh, it's not? Then what do you mean? Oh, we meant to rest, check my weapon, and prepare for the next battle. Thank you, Yuma. I learned something today. Here, I want you to have this, Yuma. Dark Score.
Hello.
The seasonal event Oshogatsu has been unlocked. Okay, level cap increased again.
What do you need? Which one?
How to celebrate Oshogatsu.
Yeah, according to this old book Rena found, these ancient people from a foreign land celebrated a holiday called Oshogatsu to mark the new year.
Oshogatsu? I've never heard of it.
So, what does the text say?
Apparently, it lays out how you're supposed to spend the holiday.
It also has the schematics for an innovative heating apparatus. This winter has been really cold, so we should try to make it.
I don't like the cold either, but I could just warm myself by burning trash. That's a win-win situation, right?
That's a fire mage for you. I don't think anyone else does that, though.
The thing is, the text has a lot of tears, so there are things I don't understand. That's fine. As long as we can picture the basic shape of the heating apparatus, we should be able to make it.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a try. Agnum, can you help me out?
Sure thing.
They actually made it.
Oh, so this is a KOTATSU. It has such a peculiar shape.
This is from an ancient civilization? It looks like a table with a blanket over it.
That's because it is a table with a blanket over it. We placed a brazier inside, so be careful when you get in it. It's strange, though. I feel warmer just looking at it. It's better to experience it than to read about it, so let's make a fire and try it out. Let's see. Whoa, this feels great. My toes are warm. So warm.
Thanks, but I'll pass. It's been a while since I used a saw, so I'm exhausted.
This is amazing. It truly is a revolutionary heating appliance. You could probably even use it outside.
Yeah, my upper body's a little cold, but this would be great for the winter camps, although it might be difficult to carry. Oh my, this warmth is heavenly. I may put my head under as well. This feels so nice. I feel like I could fall asleep right here.
Is it really that comfortable? Let me see for myself. That aside, Kirika, Yuma, Sonia, why are you all sitting so close to each other?
No reason in particular. We just ended up this way.
But it is a little cramped.
It's fine. I'm already inside, so I don't want to get out.
Ah, yes. I can see how you wouldn't want to leave something so warm and cozy.
I just want to stay like this forever.
Hey, what's going on, you guys? You're acting weird.
You're right. This isn't normal. Sonia, what's wrong? I've been wanting to get up and make some tea, but my body won't move.
I actually need to use the restroom, but I can't bring myself to leave.
Me too.
Just use the bottle.
What? What's going on?
It's true. I keep telling myself that I need to leave, but I can't get up.
Must be some kind of magic at work here. Yeah. This KOTATSU is a trap masquerading as a heating apparatus.
Oh no, we fell for an ancient trap.
Whoa, this is serious. How can I get you guys out?
Maybe that old book can help. Yeah. Rina, decipher the rest of the text. Ugh. I'm under the KOTATSU up to my shoulders. I can't take my arms out.
No way. They accounted for that too? The guys who made this trap are geniuses.
Alright, got lucky and got some vitalizing fluid. That means I can finally finish Fromage's quest. That's because of the increased level cap, the enemies have a higher drop rate for some of the rare stuff. Yes, feels good to finally get that one out of the way.
Oh, hello there. Good day.
Yuma, I assume you brought you-know-what. Yes. This is the one-of-a-kind feeling I was waiting for. Please accept this. Now I shall make my return as a conductor. Hey Sonia, what's wrong?
Good evening.
I don't know, I felt like coming to see you, I guess. Want to talk? Really? Thank you, Sonia. The moon's so beautiful. Yeah, it's so full tonight. I feel like I could touch it if I reach out far enough. Listen to yourself, but it'd be amazing if we could. Maybe from a really high place. A high place? Like what, the top of a mountain? No, it was the first one that was correct. It transformed into a dragon option for some reason. Like top of a mountain? Yeah, or maybe the highest place in the castle. Oh, the spire. That's pretty high, but I think you need something a little taller to get to the moon. Yeah, that's too bad. But the view from the spire is wonderful. You can see all the stars at night. I'll show you sometime. Yuma, if you feel up to it, can I ask you something? Yeah, as long as I don't pick an unfavorable answer, it's still possible for me to get to the date. What is it? When you have the time, I want to go walk around the city with you. Sure. Yeah, of course.
Whoa.
Really? Oh, I'm glad I asked. I'll be looking forward to it. Good night. Yeah, good night, Sonia.
See you tomorrow.
Still raining. How very convenient that you're asking for something I already have exactly one of. Yes, let's do it.
On you.
Malta fruit. Okay, here's my report.
Work.
Malta fruit ×2. I feel like my body has become lighter since you helped me. I think this spell is working. That spell actually has 3 steps. I know it's asking a lot, but can you help me if you have the time? Guard skeleton. I fought some of these before, but they're now in Logos Tundra for some reason. Alright, sure. Skullseum is pretty rare anyways. I'm sorry to cause you trouble, but thank you so much. I can also force them to appear in a Grimoire if I need to. Hey you, I was looking for you. I thought of a good idea. I want you to collect capes that make you invisible. I could become invisible, then snicker. I'm not telling you what I need it for. Oh no, what are we doing? You obtain a new alchemy recipe. You'll help. Thanks, Snicker. I can't wait. Ugh. Guy is sus. Seems I'll need one more mutant cloth, which means I'll have to run all the way over to that Ladlum Caverns, I think. Yeah. That's strange. You still have a quest for us. I thought you already did all your quests. And he can actually be quested from all the way out here? I've come with a new melody, but still missing something. Can you help me out? Glacial Breath. I already have that somehow. I don't know where I got it, though.
I'm counting on you.
Thanks, I'll be waiting. I can see you figure something out. Will you mind giving me that hint to my composition?
Nice work.
Yes, that's it. Just a moment. It's done. It's such a nice tune. Alright, show us in a while. You can create a fitting tuning with it. Huh. Okay, more light. Portable lamps have been selling well recently. I wonder if people are having more late night rendezvous. I'm almost out, so I want to restock. Can I count you? Oh, and don't tell anyone about the source. Cursed lamps.
Well, good luck.
Yeah, might as well. Now we got some really old quests for some reason.
Have a nice day.
You got it? Okay, can you show me? Sure, yes, this is it. Now I can help people from the shadows, just like the hero I wanted to be when I was a child. What uses would there be for this? Unseen Malice. You have a quest too?
How's it going? Wow.
Hey, did Fernando write that score? Let me take a look at it. Alright, I'll tune your harmonics to match the score.
Welcome. What did you have in mind?
What the heck? It's this new striking rhythm. What, you need tuning? Sorry, it might take a while. My Ohm driver isn't working well, and it's really hindering my work. If I had a functional one, I'd be able to fix anything in a snap. Black iron wall, I have plenty of those. Give me those Earth scores. You'll go look for one. I feel bad asking you to do that, but I really appreciate it. I hope it's repeatable, because I really would like to be able to farm scores really easily like that. What, you need tuning? Sorry, it'll take a little... Oh, you got it already? That was fast. Hand over. Thank you. My pride won't allow me to tune with mediocre tools. I'll give you this for that hard work. I can make the harmonics sound better with it.
How are you doing?
Clearly you don't understand. Kirika's charm dwells within the domain of cuteness, and you'll find most others agree. You're the one who doesn't get it, but Master Lesson, Lady Kirika isn't a child anymore. Can you see her beauty has blossomed? What's all this about Kirika? Are you guys arguing? Yuma, surely you understand. If you were to describe Kirika in a word, would it presumably be cute? What kind of argument is this? I mean, Kirika is cute, but... Sure, she's cute, but I think she's grown up on a lot. I think it'd be more accurate to say she's small and beautiful, right? She's gotta be one of the best marks women well in. She's a strong, elegant woman. Definitely more beautiful than cute. I suppose I see your point, but this is going nowhere. Her personality should decide this, and I know her better than anyone else. For example, her strength of will. Despite bearing the burden of Diva Magica, she has the strength and will to fight as a Dragonair. Duh, I know that too. I've been friends with her since we were kids. I know her way better than you. What chances her kindness? Remember how she brought that kitten home and argued with you to keep it all the while she was crying? It's not a competition, guys. Certainly Kirika is kind, but that hardly bears saying. I go further and note her courage. I understand her on a deeper level. After all, she has gone to such lengths to avoid carrots. Surely that represents a kind of courage. Don't you agree, Yuma? What? I'm not sure that has anything to do with courage. I think it's more about Lady Kirika's wholeheartedness. After all, look how obsessed she gets about dragons. This is starting to get out of control. When Kirika was a child, she tried to feed me dumplings made of mud. I'm sure that's news to you, Ridna. You probably wouldn't notice, Master Kirika, but Lady Kirika folds all the clothes Yuma leaves on the floor. Wait, Kirika's the one who's been doing that? Hold, I cannot let that pass. Why don't you fold your own clothing, Yuma? What? Why am I getting attacked? Anyway, I know about Lady Kirika more than anyone. What are you saying? As a brother, I know Kirika better than anyone. I think you guys should... Enough! Kirika, how long have you been there? Shouting these things about me in the middle of the city. Mud dumplings, obsession. I will not stand for this humiliation. I am never speaking to you two again. Wait, Kirika, I was only trying to teach them about your true charm, but Rinna disagreed with me, so I grew a little heated. Yikes, I'm sorry, Lady Kirika. I'll give you my dessert, so please, forgive me. After that, we all apologized and Kirika finally forgave us. But I didn't realize until after the whole fiasco I didn't have anything to apologize for. Silly attendant.
Whoa, Yuma!
A quest. See Remnant. I haven't done this one yet. Okay, you can have it. I can just farm more of those from all day whenever I want to. Yes, here you go.
Thanks. Whoa, Yuma!
Kirika, why do you look so depressed? It is nothing. I was just thinking about Excella and me. What do you mean? Excella and I are both Dragonairs with Diva Magica powers, and yet we are opposites. There are allegiance and treatment of dragons. I respect the Shining Dragon and wish for him to lend me his strength, whereas Excella, she bends the dragons to her will. The relationship is like that of master and servants. Do you know a lot about Excella and her dragons? Yes, they are famous back at the mainland. We were shocked when we first heard she had resurrected the Draco Machina. They say even at the tender age of 7, she managed to revive 5 of the legendary Draco Machina from their slumber. She was 7 years old. Would you mind telling me about that? Of course, it started about 3 years ago. The Lombardian Empire was engaged in fierce civil war over the succession of the imperial throne. The noble houses each nominated their own heirs, asserting their claim to the vacant throne. Fighting erupted all across the empire. Each side sought to instate their own emperor, and the battles raged on. For a time, it seemed as though the divided empire was doomed. But after the conflict had raged for more than 20 years, it was finally ended by the actions of one little girl. That girl was none other than 7-year-old Excella, and she accomplished it by using the power of the Draco Machina she had awakened. How was Excella able to awaken the Draco Machina? A fine question, and one that does not have an answer. She is indeed a Dragonair, but we do not know that was enough to awaken them. Thinking about it now, though, it's likely that Excella used her powers of the Diva Magica to accomplish it. Oh right, the Empire's thaumaturgic research helped grant Excella those Diva Magica powers artificially. That research, as you call it, was spearheaded by the Sanguine Church itself, but that aside. When she was only 7, she awakened a dormant Draco Machina in the Empire and bound them into her service. The first she awakened were Caliburn and Dainsleif, great and powerful dragons. They are now known as the Twin Swords of the Empire. We have not dealt with them yet. The Twin Swords of the Empire, so that refers to 2 Draco Machina. Excella's power was a relatively insignificant Imperial candidate, but with the Twin Swords at his side, his opposition was silenced. He soon ascended the throne and somehow brought an end to the civil war that had plagued the Empire. Word spread like wildfire of how the Dragonair Princess and the Twin Swords shaped the future of the Empire forever. It was not long before Excella's name became feared across the continent. I had no idea Excella did all that, and when she was only 7 too. Huh? But the ones Excella brought to Alpine were called the Free Spears, right? Yes, after the Civil War, the Twin Swords were sent to be the Emperor's personal protectors. With the Emperor's permission, she awakened 3 additional Draco Machina to act as her own personal honor guard. I see. And those 3 Draco Machina are the ones we know as the Free Spears, right? Correct. Wow, Excella has some amazing powers, huh? Yes, her Diva magical powers surpass my own in some respects, and the path she walks as a Diva is the complete opposite of my own. Even if we have the same powers, we are still very different.
Hello.
You've got such good taste in clothes, Fromage. That's one way to put it, I guess. I always thought it looked like a frilly costume. What is it for? Oh, I'm very glad you asked. See, this is the official uniform of high-ranking sound fairies. Oh, that's the uniform? Sound fairies flock wherever music and euphony grace the air, understand? Where there's music, it's like a sacred temple for us, holy ground. You dress up to visit sacred sites, it's only proper, so really, it only makes sense for sound fairies to keep spotless dress uniforms. Like a dress code for a party. Not wildly inaccurate comparison, but still, at parties everyone may move as they will, but in a concert harmony is of the utmost importance. And the role of a sound fairy is to enhance the performance's natural sound, I think I get it. Even if we can't play traditional instruments ourselves, we still lend quite a bit to your average orchestra. That baton is for conducting then. Conducting? Sometimes yes, but Dragonairs are perfectly capable of playing without a conductor, just like any other musician. Now that you mention it, I haven't seen you conduct in a long time. You've been doing more supporty stuff recently. Don't you worry about getting rusty? Rusty? How rude. I haven't missed a single set of practice swings before bed every night. Thank you very much. I didn't know that's how you practice conducting. Yeah, doesn't conducting need, performers? Doubters, the both of you. I'll just have to show you my spotless technique myself. It's okay, Fromage, you really do help. Really? Of course you do. Oh, you're just trying to fluff me up now, but it's nice to feel appreciated. We're counting on you after all, Fromage. What, Rina, paying me a compliment, or at least the end times? Reacting like that, even when I'm being serious, come on. A new quest? Jiggly flan, I actually have enough. I accidentally ate Rina's precious pudding. Please, hurry and acquire some pudding. You should be able to use alchemy to synthesize it.
I'm counting on you.
Now, I need to use this recipe for synthesis, and please keep it a secret. Yeah, hurry up and take my stuff. Yuma, I assume you brought you-know-what.
I do appreciate
Well done, Yuma. I owe you my life. Here, accept these. What, do you think I was swaying around twiddling my feathers? Where's Marion? Oh, there she is. She's heading that way. Even if there wasn't anyone else around, I can't believe Emma asked Marion to run her errands. I know she's not a child. She should be able to handle a task like shopping, but Marion is a little eccentric compared to the average person. I'm worried she might cause some sort of trouble. Yikes, I better be more careful. She almost saw me. I need to hide. Yuma, over here. Huh? Hurry, she'll spot us. Okay. That was close. Come on, Yuma, haven't you ever tailed someone before? You're getting way too close. Sorry, what were you guys doing here? Well, we heard Emma ask Marion to go buy groceries. This is the first time Marion's gone shopping on her own, right? So we were a little worried. Oh, you guys too, huh? Yes, failing your first errand could haunt you for the rest of your life. What? Lesson, you're here too? In her kindness, my sister was worried for Marion. Kirika hopes to save the girl from making the same mistake she... Brother, that is quite enough. Oh, Kirika, I guess it makes sense you'd be here. Yeah, I mean, the first time Lady Kirika went shopping for groceries, she caused enough chaos that all well heard about it. Rena, I will thank you not to spread rumors. Hey, both of you, calm down. Quiet down. Wow, I guess the whole party's here, huh? You guys really worry too much, but as long as we're all here, we should be more quiet. Why do we have to be quiet? No, because we're following Marion. Why are you here? Everyone else is here. Am I not supposed to be? No, not at all. You're fine, but what about Emma's errands? 3 bars of soap, 1 sponge, 1 bag of salt. That's all, right? I've got them here. I see. So you managed to handle the errand. That's good to hear. I guess we're all worrying over nothing. Yeah, why don't we all head back to the Seagull Inn together then? Okay.
Hello. How's it going?
Yuma, I don't know if you've forgotten, but... What, about our plans? Of course not. Right, what am I saying? You wouldn't forget. Of course, if you've got time now, then let's go. I'd be happy to take a walk with you. What if you do forget? Do you lose affection?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. I guess I'm overthinking it. I always feel so comfortable at the Seagull Inn. It's like a second home now. Yeah, it would be really fun if we had a big room that could fit all of us at once. That sounds fun, but the biggest room in Seagull Inn is probably the couple suite. Oh. Sonia, are you okay? You've gone quiet.
Huh?
Nothing, don't worry about it. Looking into the clear water always makes me feel refreshed, you know? Like something in my heart being cleansed. I say your heart's probably pristine as it is. You probably got a purer heart than most. Did I hear someone already?
What?
Yeah, I think I did. They're saying they're pure-hearted or something. My nose is really itchy all of a sudden. It's probably the spice stall over there. They're famous for having the most variety in all of Astoria. It's good that they have a lot of variety, but ugh, I'm right on the edge of sneezing. Are you okay? I have a handkerchief here. Here, Yuma, face me. If you need to blow your nose, I can hold this for you. I'm fine. Come on, you're embarrassing me. I can do it myself.
It's a little crowded here. Maybe we should go somewhere else.
Oh no! Do you have a cold? Here, I'll find a doctor.
No, it's fine. I just breathed in the wrong way.
Really? Oh, good.
Thanks for worrying about me so much.
Oh, you don't have to thank me. You're an important friend to me. It's only natural that I'd worry.
Sonia's been doing this a lot lately. I wonder why.
Oh, I know! There's this medicine that's supposed to work really well for coughs. Just wait here, I'll go buy some.
No, it's fine. I'm really okay.
Oh, well, good. Huh? Yuma, you've got something on your shoulder. Hold still, I'll get it.
Oh, where? I can get it off myself. So you don't need to worry about me. It's fine.
You always say you're fine. Then what do you want me to do for you, Yuma? I want to help.
Huh? I don't know how to answer that.
We'll figure it out. What's got you so flustered? There's gotta be something I can do for you.
Well, I mean, I'm honestly happy just being with you, Sonia.
What?
I always have fun just walking and talking with you. I couldn't ask for more from you than that.
So that's how you feel, huh?
Sonia?
Oh, nothing. Come on, let's go.
That's better. Sonia's always cutest when she's smiling.
Love and passion trait.
How's it going?
Oh, you have an optional conversation here. Hey Sonia, what are you doing here? Quiet, he'll notice. Huh? What do you mean? Wait, is that... Burrows. Captain Burrows, do you want something from Sonia? Why are you hiding like that? Be quiet for a second, just stay still, got it? Okay, I guess. Wait, what? Sonia, what are you going to do with that sword? Hiya! Sonia, Captain Burrows. Haha, I'm afraid you can't get a jump on me that easily, my lady. I guess I failed again. Sonia, what's going on? You can't just ambush people. It's a good thing Burrows knows in time, but... It's fine. I wouldn't attack somewhere he's not protected, obviously. I'm aiming for parts that are covered in armor. Oh, I see. Wait, no, that's not what I meant. Haha, it's alright, Yuma. This is a little arrangement between the princess and I. What, an arrangement? How? Captain Burrows is my master in swordplay. We've had a lot of training duels, but I've never beaten him, not even once. So I made a proposition. If the princess thinks she can land a hit on me, she's welcome to strike anytime she cares to. So I can attack Captain Burrows anytime I want, but it's still really hard. I haven't won any yet, even with the handicap. Haha, maybe just an old war dog, but I'm not going to lose to you, my lady. If only you were playable. I see, everything happened so suddenly, I'm still kind of in shock. But still, Sonia's so strong, and yet she hasn't been able to land a single hit. Captain Burrows must be really amazing. Of course, he's the captain of the Astorian Knights and my mentor. Well, I'm not giving up, Captain. I will best you one day. Ah, well, that's quite a boast, my lady. I'm looking forward to the day you make good on it.
Oh, Yuma! Take your pick.
Sigh, what a pain. I heard you sigh, Luis Latte. Are you okay? Oh, hello, Yuma. I'm just groaning. I have products to organize. I see a lot of unfamiliar stuff. It's a shipment from the Far East. First things first, I should sort the items people reserved ahead of time from the rest. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of work. I don't know if I'd get any help. What's this long, narrow thing? A pen, actually. The ink wells well into the shop so you don't have to re-dip. That's pretty handy. How do you even make something like that? Magic? Hardly. They're craftsmen who specialize in this sort of thing. Whoa, artisanal pen makers, huh? The people of that land don't have to lean on magic at all. Technology is the main driver of progress and invention. They have all these strange devices of convenience. One for moving the wind without using your hands, for example. What? Automatically? That'd be pretty great for summertime, I'm not gonna lie. That's not all. They have machines that play music without any outside direction, and even their doors open and close by their own power. A land of technology to the east, huh? I had no idea. Quite a fascinating place, and a fascinating people. They use their wits to make magic like wonders without having to learn magic at all. Japan? That's amazing. I'd love to visit. Maybe after the war's over. Certainly, but even if you started traveling now, I don't think you'd make it. Yeah, what's that supposed to mean? It's separated by more than just distance. A parallel world, maybe? To reach that land, you'd have to travel for at least 200 years. Wouldn't that mean... Say, babe, hook the chef up. I know you have my rare cookware in there. Oh, Agnum, excellent timing. They should be in this box somewhere. Help yourself. Help myself? There's no way I'm gonna find them in all this stuff. I heard that some of the earlier Tony Taka Shining games feature were basically isekai, so that might explain it. A country 200 years away, but the things in front of me are from that place. And Lisa was talking about it as if she'd been there herself.
Oh, Hi.
I think Shining Wind was basically isekai.
Do you need something?
What is it?
Hey, Lesson, if you have time, do you think you can tell me about my mom? Master Elise, very well. I have quite a number of stories about her. Were there really that many? Many is hardly an accurate description. There is not a single person in Welland who hasn't heard of her. Wow, she must have been incredible. And powerful too. She could send weaker monsters running for their lives with nothing but a glare. By looking at them. Yes, but she had more than strength alone. She had a profound love of peace. She was kind-hearted, almost to a fault. Whenever possible, she would chase monsters away to avoid unnecessary violence. Not only that, but Master Elise pursued other fields besides martial arts and magic. Like what? She had a particular passion for elven history. Her research took her across the land. She's credited with a number of significant discoveries. And among them were a few discoveries relating to Ragnarok. You think that's how my mom knew how to transfer the Shining Dragon's soul? Most likely. But if I had to name Master Elise's greatest achievement, it would be the succession of the rune songs. The rune songs, the ones Kirika sings. Indeed, the rune songs were previously kept and passed down through specific elven familial houses. It was one of Welland's oldest traditions. Based on her research, Master Elise gathered and organized all the rune songs into a single taxonomy and passed the knowledge on. She did all that. Now I understand why they called my mom a sage. That's not all. For the sake of peace in Welland, Master Elise also facilitated cultural exchange between the neighboring countries. Cultural exchange? What exactly did she do? She worked as an envoy to the other countries, acting as a bridge between our people and theirs. We're both commoners and the noblesse. At Master Elise's gatherings, matters of social standing and class ceased to matter. I'm told they were quite a sight to behold. If we could get everyone to come together like that, I think it'd be the first step towards real, lasting peace in the world. Well said, Yuma. Your mother said the same thing almost word for word. It was just wishful thinking. I didn't mean anything deep by it. My master's heart truly lives on you. It is a heartwarming thing to know, and a powerful vindication as her disciple. I feel the same way. I'm glad I got to hear so many stories about my mom. Thanks, Leston. Oh, that's a pretty nice looking chest. Yes, got Soul Berserker, finally.
Thank you.
Good work as always. Please accept this as a token of my gratitude. Trainer badge.
How are you? Good evening.
Good evening, Yuma. Do you mind if we talk for a little while? Not at all. I'd be happy to talk about anything that's on your mind. Something around here smells nice. Perhaps that is coming from these flowers I picked. I found them blooming nearby and I was thinking of putting them in my room. I can share them with you if you like. Thanks, I'd love some.
I see.
Of course, please take good care of them. Okay, that was a neutral response. I will, but do you think it's weird for a guy to decorate his room with flowers? Not at all. To recognize the fragile beauty of a flower is proof of having a tender heart. I think that suits you perfectly, Yuma. Actually, there was no correct answer. Unless it was wait the time out. You think so? Well, thanks. Coming from you, that means a lot. Yuma, I would like to ask you something. Do you need a favor? What is it? Do you think we could walk around town together again? Would that be alright? Sure. Of course, I always have so much fun walking around with you.
My.
Really? Oh then, please come speak to me the next time you see me in town. See you tomorrow then. Good night, Yuma. Yeah, good night.
See you tomorrow.
Alright, now they want me to find an ice wing.
I'm rooting for you.
You have to look that one up. Hey Yuma, you got a sec? I want to create a new alchemy recipe. Can I count on you to help? Rigid rock, I have plenty. Sure. I wrote down everything I need. I'm counting on you. Well, did you get everything? Yes, give me my money. Alright, hold on. I'll be done in a sec. Heh heh, I did it. I think I just might be a genius. I'll give this recipe to you guys. Use it as you like. Yuma, you've come at a good time. Monsters are polluting the environment. Can you assist me in dispatching them? This one's a special one. A large poisonous frog appeared at Sherian Coast.
Are you ready?
You will? My thanks. Let us be going then. Hey, Lyle, I brought you what you asked for. Oh, thanks, Rena. That nice homey smell. Man, it's been a long time. Nuts. Rena, what are those? Are they rare or... Oh, yep, tree nuts from Welland. Lyle likes them. Ever since my last trip here, I can't get enough of this stuff. It's crunchy, aromatic, a real treat with a bit of salt. Hold on, you've been to Welland, Lyle? Sure, that's where I was trained mostly. Met Rena and Kirika there too. They were just kids at the time. You were pretty rosy-cheeked too, Lyle. Don't make it sound like you weren't a student just like us. What's this? Well, funny thing about Lyle's apprentice days. The stuff he got away with on the side. Hey, are we gonna get into that territory? Because I'd really rather not. Oh, got you cornered now. Will I expose your horrible, shameful past? Maybe if you encourage me somehow. Yikes, Rena, brazen as ever. Of course, I have dirt on you after all. I have to use it to my advantage, heh. I suppose, but you're forgetting something very critical, Rena, don't you think? Huh? What's that? Dried herrings. But how do you remember that? Rena, what's wrong? Up and down. No, unfair, you can't just dig up a girl's misdeeds like that. Now, as a compassionate friend, I'm sure I wouldn't tell a story if it made you uncomfortable. Am I getting through here? Okay, give. I won't say a thing, I promise. Then we have a deal. Let's not dig up each other's dirt, yeah? Yeah, Rena. Of all the people I could have picked on. No, I can't win against Lyle, darn it all. Oh, now I'm curious, what was this about dried herrings up and down? I guess I'll have to forever wonder at whoever it was she did as a child. Oh well.
Hey there.
Another quest?
Welcome.
Well, you need tuning? Sorry, that might take a while. You need muting. Ever since I tuned a certain big horn, my muting cloth has been acting weird. Okay.
I'll be waiting.
You'll go look for that one? I feel bad asking you to do that, but I really appreciate it. Oh, lesson, where are you going? Oh, I was heading to Lyle to get Bang Flat tuned. My apologies, I cannot afford to be late. Oh, sure, see you later. He certainly is in a rush. Yeah, that's usually how Lesson is. He always has a lot on his plate. I see. I must say, though, he handles his burdens with quite a bit more grace than before. What do you mean? Bang Flots, the harmonica that your mother used to wield. What, really? Why does that make you happy? Happy? Well, I was just thinking about how Lesson's joined us and how he's playing music with Mom's harmonic. I just suddenly felt this warmth in my chest. I see. It sounds pleasant. Yeah, there's this strange delicacy to the music Leston plays. Maybe that's a weird word to use, but no matter how fierce the fighting gets, he never lets it affect him. No uncertainty, no hesitation, no fear in his music. It's like, it's straightforward. It saved me in battle. Straightforward music, you say. I suppose that's only appropriate for his approach to life. Yeah, my mom was Leston's master, right? What did her music sound like? Who knows? Oh, I only have the faintest memories of it. Huh? I'd say she was the type who excelled at freeform music. No sheets. She melded the wind, birdsong, and wild sense into the song. That's the impression I got from her music, at least. Wow, so that's what she was like. Thanks for telling me, Genus. Playing freeform without any song to follow, I wish I could have heard it. You may still be able to. Huh? As of late, I have felt the same aura around Lesson when he is performing. You mean he plays freeform too? Yes, and he continues to perform alongside his newfound friends. Those skills will only continue to improve. Even if it won't be an exact match, the disciple inherits much from his master, the music you so desire to hear. Perhaps the day will soon come when you can hear it, with his own personal touches included. Yeah, I can't wait. Even if I can't play an instrument myself, I hope I can keep getting stronger so I can help everyone fight. Dedication is a powerful thing. Yuma, are you free at the moment? Yeah, I don't have much to do. Oh, you're thinking about our plans.
Yes.
Yes, I'm free today as well, so I thought this might be a good time to stroll around town. Good idea. Okay, let's go. Yes, of course. Oh yes, I almost forgot. Pramila asked me to do some shopping for her. Shopping? Well, we're here already, so we might as well. What did she ask for? Yeah, she asked me to get some groceries for dinner tonight. Let me check the shopping list. Carrots?
My apologies.
My apologies, I was mistaken. It seems the shopping will not be necessary today. Let's continue on.
What do you think?
Yikes, oh, I actually already got this one. You look so pale. Oh, nothing. Yuma, why are you stopping here? Well, Emma made me some carrot juice the other day. It was really good, so I thought I'd get more and ask her to make another batch. You're buying carrots? No, I forbid it. As long as you're escorting me, you'll have nothing to do with carrots. What? You hate them that much? Sometimes it's nice to just relax and enjoy a good cup of tea, and the apple pie here is so delicious. What, you ordered some apple pie, but Emma's been making some since this morning. It'll probably be done when we get back. My, what coincidence. Well, it's too late now. Well, I'll cancel the order. I think there's still time. No, I will eat both of them. Perhaps this is a sign I am destined to eat both in comparative taste. You just really love apple pie, huh?
Kirika, what are we doing at the edge of town? Is this what you wanted to show me?
I would like to introduce you to some friends of mine.
Some friends? Here? Who do you mean?
You will know soon enough. It's time, everyone. You may come out.
She's beckoning to a bush? What is she doing? Whoa, what the?
It's all right. These are my friends.
Huh? You mean these cats? You called them here?
I have no idea why, but they all flock to me when I call to them. Oh, you want pets too? Patience, please, patience. We have the rest of the day to play.
Kirika must really like cats. She looks so gentle when she's playing with them.
Goodbye, kitties. Until next time.
You must be a real cat person, Kirika. I could tell while you were playing with them. I've never seen you make that face before.
What face? What was I doing exactly?
How do I put it? You looked spellbound, practically enraptured.
I'm sure I would never make such a bizarre face. You must have been mistaken.
No, I didn't mean it in a weird way. It was more like, whoa, look out! That was close. You scared me. Are you okay?
Yes, thank you for catching me. Yuma, what's wrong?
There it is again. You look mesmerized. The face you just made was like the one you did before, and you turned all red, so it was cute. I mean, charming, or...
I knew it! You're making fun of me, aren't you? I'll have to stay here and take this.
No, that's not what I meant! Wait, Kirika! I meant it as a compliment. It's so hard to express myself to Kirika sometimes.
Friend of cats.
Did you need something?
Sup?
Yo, Yuma, you look like you're in a good mood tonight. I do? Well, I guess that makes sense. I've been looking forward to talking to you. You don't say. I guess we're thinking the same thing, huh? Alright, I have to check in with my sis again. What do I write about this time? What's up, Yuma? Oh, I was just wondering what kind of person your sister is. What kind of person is she? What's your guess? I don't see it on the list. Is she like Emma?
Whoa!
Wait, why are you bringing Emma now? Okay, at least it's a neutral response, so I don't have to reload. Well, she kind of feels like an older sister sometimes. The only other person I could think of was Rina, but that's probably not right. Yeah, she's definitely not like Emma, like Rina, but Emma isn't actually, I I guess they have some similarities. They're both responsible and good around the house. Huh, really? So they're pretty similar then. Nope, changed my mind. They're nothing alike, not even the same species. You know how clams and crocodiles both live in water but are totally different? That's what I mean. Wow, they're that different, huh? Got a second, Yuma? I was hoping to ask you something. Huh? What's up? There's still a ton of things in the city you haven't seen, so if you want, I could show you around some more, maybe. Sure. Where? I'd love to see more. Yeah, okay, it's settled. No backing out now, Yuma. Well, now that's taken care of. I'm heading to bed. Me too. Good night.
See you tomorrow.
Oh no, she wants me to do another one of those stupid gauntlets.
I'm counting on you.
Okay. It's probably gonna end with me getting pummeled by some high-level enemies.
Oh, hello.
Hey Yuma, I want to give Uncle Burroughs a present. Do you know about healing incense? I think you can make it with alchemy. Okay, I probably have to go to Rapple for that. Here's a new alchemy recipe.
I can't wait!
Do you mind? Thanks, this is the recipe my mom gave me.
Hello!
Welcome back.
You got anything new? Nope. Alright, I can make healing incense.
How much?
Make a second one in case I actually need it for myself. But it costs an aroma bottle.
See you around.
Something smells nice. Do you make healing incense? Yes. Wow, it's such a sweet smell. I think it'll make Uncle happy. Uncle Burroughs is still single, so I have to check on him every once in a while or he'll feel lonely. Primula's donut. I'm so fed up with this. It's the time of year when the snow griffin prepares for winter. Everywhere he goes becomes covered in frost, so all the fruit and flowers go bad. Okay, so to make this one show up, I have to wait for it to snow. The griffin is strong, but I think you can handle it. I also have a drop I need for another quest that comes from that griffin anyways. Oh, it's you. You saw a notice board. I'm ashamed to ask this of someone who fights alongside the Dragoneers, but this is my job. We have to beat up a Chimera. If only you gave this to me at the same time as that other quest where I needed to farm drops from the Chimera. Now go. Let the tales of our heroism be known throughout the land. Man, but okay, I need to press X.
How's it going?
Hey Yuma, you got time to go out right now? We're plans, right? Of course I can go.
Oh yeah!
Hey, you remembered. I knew I could count on you, Yuma. Well, I've been looking forward to it too. Alright, let's go.
Yeah!
Yeah, let's go, partner. Ooh, so many different spices. I've never seen most of these before.
No!
Really? But I've been breaking out some of this stuff at the Seagull Inn, you know? Take this one, for example. Doesn't it smell familiar? Like, for instance, I use this a lot for a lot of my soups. Now that you mention it, you're right.
How's it going?
See, not that hard to recognize.
Come take a look.
Hey, Agnum, do you think these apples are pretty small? Oh, those? No, I think they're supposed to be like that. First time I've seen them, though. But they don't even have a scent, and yet they're so hard. Maybe they're not ripe yet? Huh.
How's it going?
What's up? These aren't real. They must have mixed wax apples in with the real ones. What?
Thanks, man.
Oh, we're back at the Seagull Inn. We must have been walking without paying attention, but it's way too early to be coming back, isn't it? I think I heard this before. Yeah, kind of freaky how we unconsciously made our way back here. Alright, let's go see someplace else now. Yeah, where else should we go? Where should we go next?
Crowded today, huh? Yeah, there sure are a lot of people. Whoa!
You okay, Yuma? Sheesh, thought I lost you for a second.
Ow! With all these people, you can't even walk around.
Yeah, you're right. There aren't any festivals today, so what's going on?
We might have come at a bad time. What do you want to do? Should we head back to the inn?
But we're already here. Oh, I know. This way, Yuma. I know just the place.
What do you mean? What place?
Relax, you'll know when we get there.
Agnum, what are we doing here?
Hey, there's no one here, and the view's nice. It's not a bad place to pass the time, right?
Oh, you're right. It is quiet here. And there's no crowds, so we can take it easy. Nice job thinking of this place, Agnum.
Yeah, I guess you'd say this place is kind of significant to me.
Significant how?
Well, when I was a kid, I came to this city with my family. At the inn, I made a mess of the kitchen. My parents were pissed. So I ran out. I was crying like a baby, wandering around town, when I ran into this really nice lady. She really cheered me up, and she told me about this little secret place. It's weird, but after that, I went straight back to my parents and apologized. I'm really thankful for what she did.
Wow, I never knew that about you. So that's the kind of kid you were, huh?
Hey, don't give me that look. We were all kids at some point in our lives.
I bet you were just as energetic and pushy back then as you are now.
What about you? You've got some energy yourself.
I guess. Still, this is a really nice spot.
I know, right? If you brought a girl here, she'd be head over heels for you.
Big talk from a guy who's never asked a girl out.
Low blow, man. Low blow.
Sorry, Agnum.
Sheesh. And after I told you that story about my childhood, too. You know, you're the first person I've ever told that to.
Really?
Yeah, that memory's really important to me. Until now, I've always kept it to myself.
But now you've told me. Why?
I don't know. I guess you must be pretty important to me, too.
Oh. Thanks, Agnum.
Sweet memory trait.
Yo!
Thanks for tuning in to this Let's Play of Shining Resonance Refrain. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit the bell icon.